Good morning, everybody. It's Victoria Thomas with Agent Development. I have Maddie Morgan, our social media specialist, with me. And for today's social media minute, Maddie is going to talk all about Facebook's special ad category. So if you are ready, Maddie, I will kick it over to you. Just a reminder, everybody is muted. If you have any questions as we're going, type them in that question panel and I will monitor those.
Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining today. Facebook has recently been making changes to the way that the platform manages certain ads. So if you've recently been getting trouble getting your Facebook ads approved or your active ad campaign stopped running for compliance reasons, there's a really good chance that your ad has been flagged for a special ad category. So let's go ahead and get into what exactly that means. Okay, so what is the special ad category? So the Facebook special ad category is a relatively new classification within the last year or so for ads that link to housing, credit, or employment opportunities. So Facebook created this category to kind of help enforce their policies against discriminatory practices in advertising, and to prevent discrimination based on demographic characteristics such as age, gender, occupation, what zip code you live in, that kind of thing. So while none of you are likely to run ads pertaining to credit or employment, you're definitely running ads related to housing. And Facebook puts ads that promote or link directly to housing opportunities in their special ad category. So the types of ads that are affected, include sale or rental properties for houses or condos, apartments, that kind of thing. So, i.e., your listings fall under that category. Homeowners or mortgage insurance opportunities fall in that category. Any ads about mortgage loans, home equity, appraisal services, housing repair services, any of those kinds of things fall into this category and need to be marked as such. Something worth noting though, if your ad is designed to just to educate people about their rights and responsibilities with regard to fair housing practices, your ad technically does not fall within this category. Facebook says that if you use the equal housing opportunity logo as a part of your ad to differentiate it from the rest of these kinds of housing ads, that you should be fine. But sometimes they all get mixed up. So just keep that in mind when you are starting to advertise your listings. So what does this mean for your ads exactly? So this means that ads that fall within this category, within this housing category, must be classified as a special ad or they will definitely be rejected. So in the past, you were able to target a location based on a zip code, for example, to maximize your ad budget. And this was really great for realtors to offer their listings to a very kind of niche, defined audience. But these options are no longer available. So if your ad falls within this classification, Facebook will limit the audience targeting options that you have available and prevent you from targeting an audience based on, like I said earlier, age, gender, or zip code. So in other words, you won't be able to exclude any type of specific audiences from seeing your ad, because this is kind of their way of enforcing fair housing. They want everybody to have the opportunity to see an ad for a new listing or a housing opportunity. So you can't exclude any specific audiences, and you can't target based on demographic or behavior, because the idea is that you should be creating ads that are inclusive and not discriminatory. I'm going to stumble over that word all day. Aside from these audience targeting restrictions, the special ads are just like any other promotion on Facebook. So you can still target based on specific locations. So you can target in Carmel or Indianapolis, just not on, zip codes that are deemed more quote unquote desirable. And you can still target based on interest. So what do I mean when I say to target based on interest? That can be kind of a weird gray area. So I came up with a few examples for you guys to hopefully make this a little more clear. So interest targeting is based on how a user interacts with Facebook and its content. So it's what they've shared on their timeline, it's the ads they've clicked on, it's the apps that they're using, those kinds of things. Facebook tracks all of that, and it uses that information to help you find your ideal audience. So you can start by searching for relevant interests on the interest like targeting interface. That's kind of the screenshot over here. That's kind of what it looks like. And then later you can choose from suggested interests, like right here where it says suggestions. You can choose from those suggested interests, which are generated by Facebook based on the interest that you've already entered. And this kind of helps you expand your search and come up with other, things. So for example, if you were marketing your new luxury listing and you wanted to target medical professionals, let's say doctors, for example, you know that this falls in the special ad category, right? So you're going to lose that ability to, target a certain age range or a certain zip code because it's a listing. So you want to think about instead the sorts of things that doctors might be interested in or searching for or clicking on in Facebook. So some of those things might be medicine, it might be science related, health and wellness, physical fitness. If you're trying to target doctors that make a lot of money or are maybe a little bit older and maybe don't have as many student loans to pay off as, new doctors, you might add something like luxury real estate, luxury vehicles, sports car, timeshare. These are all interests that already exist within Facebook under this little browse tab here. So when you get into your little ads manager, under this browse tab, there will be all sorts of different interests. So those are all interests that exist already. And those are probably good things to use if you're trying to target a vet or a doctor or some sort of medical professional. So you can do the same thing with house hunters. So anybody kind of searching for a house. So if you are trying to market yourself or your business or your new listing again, some of the things that you could add are, an interest in real estate, an interest in house hunting. Maybe it's a starter home or a first-time buyer, those kinds of things. You can probably also assume that they're looking on the big name websites for homes. As much as we hate it, we know they're probably looking there. So use that to your advantage and add, interests in realtor.com, homes.com, and Zillow. Because if they have been searching on those sites, Facebook's going to know, and you're going to be able to use that to target those people. You can also probably assume that if they're researching homes, they're probably looking for information on mortgages or moving companies, right? So you could add mortgage loans, mortgage insurance, a mortgage calculator. They've even got, a pre-qualification interest. So if people are searching for, how to get pre-qualified or pre-approved, you can, Facebook will know that. So, moving company is another thing that people are probably searching for if they're also searching for a new house. You could add for sale by owner. There are so many different options in there. Like I said, these are all interests that exist in Facebook under the Browse tab. And if you start entering these interests and you're just like, I can't think of anything else, really take advantage of the Suggestions tab, because Facebook will, come up with all sorts of different information, you know, that could be related to interests that you've already entered. Like there's a whole section on construction. There's, you know, tons more on mortgages, and like you can even select types of houses people would be looking for. You know, so there is a way to still target if it's not, you know, based on where a person works or where they currently live, that kind of thing. You know, you can, that's what it means by searching by interest. It's things that, you know, people on Facebook are already interacting with. So where can you find it? So there are two different places that you can find it. So you can, because you can create an ad two different ways. So if you are boosting a post directly from your page, like you've already posted it, you're clicking that little blue boost post button, you'll see this special ad category box, like right here, kind of near the top. And you're going to want to toggle this little switch over to the right. It'll turn blue once it's toggled. And from there, you'll have the option to select a category. And in this case, you will choose housing. And then if you are using Ads Manager, it's, you know, it's again right there kind of at the top. When you first create a new campaign, it'll be right here at the top, the special ad category. Same thing, you'll toggle it over until it turns blue, and then there will be a drop down that will allow you to select housing. So, you know, even though you do lose some of the targeting capabilities, it really, you know, it doesn't have to limit you. You know, you still can target based off of interest and kind of make those ads work for you still. So that's all I have for you guys today. I know that was short and sweet, but I don't, you know, wanted to make it so that it was kind of easier to understand. So if you guys have any questions, I am around. I'll stick around on here if you have any specific questions about special ads. And if not, have a great rest of your day.
Okay, I haven't had anything come in, Maddie, so
Okay.
I think we are good.
All right, awesome.
Thanks, everyone.